Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Episode 9. Quranic verse, Surah An-Nahl 1641. And those who migrated for the sake of Allah after being wronged, we will surely give them a good place in this world, but the reward of the hereafter is greater, if only they knew. Brothers and sisters, as the message of Islam continued to spread in Makkah, the fire of hatred in the hearts of the Quraysh grew even stronger. They could not accept that their idols were false. They could not bear to see slaves, servants, and the poor standing shoulder to shoulder with the noblemen, united by faith, not by tribe or wealth. The early Muslims were being beaten, tortured, humiliated, and killed. Every day the streets of Makkah echoed with their cries. Yet they held on to one truth, La ilaha illallah. Seeing the suffering of his followers, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, felt deep pain in his heart. He loved them. He prayed for them. He wanted to protect them. But he knew the time had come for a hard decision, a test of faith and patience. He gathered his companions and said to them, "If you go to the land of Abyssinia, you will find a king there who wrongs no one. It is a land of truth and justice. Stay there until Allah makes a way for you." Abyssinia, known today as Ethiopia, was ruled by a just and noble Christian king, Negus, Najashi. The Prophet, peace be upon him, knew that this king was a man of fairness and mercy. So one by one, small groups of Muslims quietly prepared to leave Makkah, leaving behind their homes, their families, and their belongings, just to protect their faith. Among them were Uthman ibn Affan and his wife Ruqayyah, may Allah be pleased with them, the beloved daughter of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Imagine their hearts, leaving their land, uncertain of the future, but trusting completely in Allah. When the first group reached Abyssinia, they were welcomed with peace. The king gave them refuge and safety. It was the first time the Muslims could breathe freely. No one insulted them, no one beat them. They could pray and live as believers. But when the Quraysh heard about this, they became furious. "How dare they escape our control?" they said. "We must bring them back." They sent two men, Amr ibn al-As and Abdullah ibn Abi Rabi'ah, to Abyssinia with rich gifts for the king and his bishops. Their plan was simple: bribe the court and demand the return of the Muslims. The Quraysh's messengers stood before the king and said, "O king, a group of foolish youths from our people have abandoned their ancestors' religion and created a new one. They have now fled to your land. Send them back so we can deal with them." The king, wise and fair, replied, "No, I will not hand them over until I hear their side." He summoned the Muslims to his court. They came humbly with hearts trembling but faith unshaken. Their spokesman was Jaafar ibn Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, the cousin of the Prophet, peace be upon him. When the king asked, "What is this new religion that has divided your people?" Jaafar stood tall and spoke with truth and dignity. He said, "O king, we were a people lost in ignorance. We worshipped idols, ate the flesh of the dead, and did shameful deeds. The strong among us would oppress the weak. Then Allah sent to us a messenger from among ourselves, one whose truthfulness and trust we knew. He called us to worship one God, to speak the truth, to be kind to our neighbors, to respect women, and to avoid what is forbidden. For this our people turned against us. They tortured us, punished us, and tried to make us give up our faith. So we came to your land seeking your protection." The king was moved by Jaafar's words. Then he said, "Do you have something from what your prophet has brought from Allah?" Jaafar recited verses from Surah Maryam, describing the miraculous birth of Prophet Jesus. peace be upon him, and the purity of Maryam, Mary. As the words of the Quran filled the court, tears flowed down the cheeks of the king and his bishops. They said, "By Allah, these words and the words of Jesus come from the same source." The king turned to the messengers of Quraysh and said, "Go back. I will never hand them over. They are free to live here in peace." The Muslims were overjoyed. They cried with gratitude, thanking Allah for His mercy and the justice of this king. That day, Islam found its first refuge in a Christian land, a sign that truth knows no borders, and goodness is recognized by every heart that seeks it. The Prophet, peace be upon him, when he heard about the king's kindness, raised his hands in prayer and said, "May Allah reward the king of Abyssinia with goodness." This migration, the Hijrah to Abyssinia, was the first step in building a safe space for Muslims. It showed that Islam was not a religion of revenge or hatred, but a message of peace, truth, and justice. Brothers and sisters, this story teaches us that faith requires sacrifice, and that sometimes we must leave behind comfort to protect what is eternal. It teaches us that Allah always opens a door of safety for those who trust in Him. And it reminds us that good people exist everywhere, no matter their religion or color. The king of Abyssinia proved that hearts filled with justice are always guided by Allah's light. My dear viewers, if this story touched your heart, remember to subscribe to True Sunnah and continue your journey through the blessed life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Let's walk together through his struggles, his patience, and his mercy, and learn how to live by his example. May Allah grant us strength in faith, wisdom in hardship, and peace in our hearts. Ameen.